This duo, Yoko reached out to me, would you create dance piece or do practice for her and Fharo? I knew that Fharo used to be a teacher and dancer for Michael Jackson, so I have so much respect for Michael Jackson. And I was so nervous. I always tried my best. At first, we were gonna do the video project as a vision box, the production side. And we were gonna do music video type, but they do dancing on the set, and we were aiming to do that first. But then I had the select performing on the stage, so I was like, "You're in this timing, and then why don't you guys perform for that too?" So we're having them doing the video shoot also, but performing for the stages we select. So I'm pretty excited, and then they have something to look forward to perform live and then video shoot and then have a final product. So I'm very, very excited to work with them.
Oh, I'm not doing it. Me, I don't never think that. I just think I can do it until I cannot do it. You know, that's the only reason why older people stop, because they give up. They
Right.
yeah, I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
You know,
the
unless you
age
try.
is kind of
Yeah.
like stuck in your head, but then
No, I do Krav Maga, Muay Thai. You know, I trained in Thailand. I went to Are you recording? Yeah, so back in 2017, I went to Thailand for 11 days to train Muay Thai, and we competed there. I've been doing Krav Maga with Jiu-Jitsu, grappling, boxing. I do it every day.
Fighting stuff.
You know, we have my own equipment in the garage, so I practice my kicking. I gotta stay on top. As I get older, I want to defend myself against them knuckleheads out in the street.
In the middle of the night, I hear the sounds like boom, boom, boom from the garage. It's like boom, boom, boom.
What's up?
And because of he has so much background on the street, background in dancing, I respect the history that performers have, and they inspire me as well when we are in the practice. So I try to keep that character in the piece. So I'm not always doing the way I'm doing. I always have to see the character, see the performer's goodies, like still bring it out. So I try to make a space that he can do his own moves and character. So that was very fun for me to figuring it out. And then still I can see him busting his moves. So I was so really honored to work with them. And I got to interview him a little bit about behind the scenes of how he was with Thriller video, how this was like makeup. I did a little bit of an interview about that. So here we go. We're at the practice at a studio, and it's for duo today. And Yoko and Fharo, they've been practicing very, very hard. Yoko is a hard worker, and Fharo has worked for Michael Jackson. So I'm honored to work with both of them. And yeah, it's been very, very fun, and it's coming together. So let's work on it a little bit more.
But how did you get the Thriller video? How did you get into it? Somebody was watching you?
Yeah, it was somebody that just happened to be at the club that knows the club owner at that time. And this club, let me see, it was called Your Play.
No.
Yeah, everybody's out there freestyling. One of the dancers knew this person came, and they had like a production guy, talent scout, looking for dancers. He just happened to be there. He saw me busting a move, and then he asked me to come and dance with him if I can learn this move. He showed me a little move, like probably a half a count, and I picked it up pretty quick. But that was it. And next you know, I was invited. Me and a couple other guys were invited to go do it with him, and that's where it took off from that point on. Makeup is actually hot candy wax. Yes, that's the candy that you guys eat, everyday candy. Hot candy wax, invisible kind. They put it on your face, depends on part of your body, it goes around, and it is hot. They let it sit and it dries up on your face. Then they apply layers of makeup depending on the color. Once they do I think they call it the primer color. When they primer that, then they color in the color, and then they put in. I think they do about 3 or 4 different type of layer. Then that's when they do the design, and scars and all the other blood thing and all that stuff in your face. Yeah, but that takes about. For me, when they did mine, it was less than 45 minutes when they did it. So,
Wow.
Wow.
yeah, but all we did was just the face part. Didn't have to do the hands and nothing like that. The hands was just pretty much makeup on it like that, But the face, they have to keep it so it doesn't peel off and it stays on. But the problem is that when it peels off like glue, sticky rubber glue when you peel off your face, and that peels off. It feels like you just had a facelift.
Damn. Is it hot?
Yeah.
When they put it on, it's hot.
Yeah, when they put it on, it's hot. It's really hot, but when you peel it off, it's sticky, pull it off like glue. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. The glass that they use that, like some people do, some doubles do, and when they fly through the glass or they put glass over your head, it's actually candy. Same thing with the makeup, same material that they use, hot candy wax, when they use fake glasses that they bring on your head, that's actually the candy glass.
It's amazing that I got to interview because there is only a certain amount of people that got to work with Michael Jackson, such a legend. So I was very honored to interview him about that.
How do you feel for this piece coming together?
Still got a lot of work, still got a couple more weeks to go. So we practice pretty much every day since we have our own studio in our garage.
It's coming together.
Yeah, it's coming together.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
yeah. I mean, it's been a week since I was hurt, and now I'm feeling a lot better. So today was actually my first day after doing a full out. So hopefully by next week, we'll be at 100%. And the week after that, it'll be 1,000% and ready to go.
Yes.
He couldn't move at all.
Yeah.
He was like laying down.
It was painful.
Yeah. It's okay, help me to. I was like, oh my gosh. He barely walked.
It's not
like a week ago. I know. It's like,
Okay,
Yeah, we were so worried.
right?
Yeah, come like this.
Yeah.
And start sitting down.
They cannot lay down. Now it's like only a week is all the whole recovery, and then he was doing all the windmill or something.
I'm very active. I can't sit around, so I have to do something. So if I'm hurt, I'll figure out a way to heal myself quickly as possible to come back and continue what I'm doing. Some people, they just kind of give up and say, no, I'm hurt. I'm just going to sit and just wait and heal, but I can't do that. So if a doctor says that you have to rest for 2 weeks, I'll probably rest for 4 days and get back on my feet again because I can't sit around and not do anything because,
It's been fun, right? It's a hard. We have a hard time, of course, because when we are practicing together, like we kind of like, okay, this is this one, that one, this one, right? But then when it comes together, like we have we come together like feeling, oh my gosh, we did it, like same kind of happiness, right? Like achievement.
It's a connection that makes it work. So when one is down, we try to encourage and practice that error to make it better. So we go over it until it feels connected. So once it's connected, then that's when the real energy, the motivation comes out.
It's a great experience for us. Yeah.
How often do you guys practice together?
We at least practice once a day.
Wow, that's great.
Go through, but sometimes, of
Yeah,
course,
once
we
a day.
both like tired, but then still, we go through at least, and then
We go through it probably 4 or 5 times a week,
yeah,
once a day,
yeah,
for an hour and a half.
great experience that.
Yeah, we just do the touch up, we'll go through it,
Yeah.
touch up on it, take a break, and then we'll go over it again, and then we'll come back, same thing tomorrow, do the same thing over and over, same routine, just to stay in touch with it. Even though when I was hurt, we did a little bit of it, just a walkthrough. It wasn't like full out, just a basic walkthrough when I was hurt. So when we took 4 days off when she was out of town, and then today I'm happy to be back. I can actually did a full out.
Yeah.
So it's been what, 4 days I actually didn't do a full out, right? But we did a little bit at a time. Man, when's the last time I performed?
I know. More than 20 years ago, like when we performed together.
And when we performed, I physically retired from the entertainment industry about 25 years, but I was doing little show 20 years ago, right? Yeah, it's been a little over 20 years since I last performed.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn how to dance. I needed another hobby besides training in martial arts, which I do Krav Maga, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu and boxing. That's what I like to do. That's what I've been practicing every day. But I wanted to do hip hop because I waited until she got really good at it. Yeah. And then I was going to jump in and just take classes with you. I wanted to learn from Yuki.
Aww.
So
That's
me
so
being a
honored.
choreographer and a professional dancer for over 40 years, I wanted to learn from somebody else. So she was taking from you for so long. So I like to start when you guys perform. When you guys actually won that show, that's when I said, okay, it's time for me to jump in and learn from you.
Yes,
I
thank
wanted to learn
you.
your style because your style was similar to my style, how I was teaching.
That's really good.
Yeah, and I like the music that you play because it's old school, because I'm very old school. I like old school music.
I was just very honored and humble that I got to work with such a great dancer and had a history with Michael Jackson especially. And I was holding this iPad. I was so honored that he wanted to train with me because she got so much better in dancing. Yoko is a very great hard worker. I know her for a long time now. I saw her in the beginner's class with the glasses and she was like doing like just having fun, and now she's keeping up with the advance, put her hard work and make it look so good. There was so much going on around that time and I was like, honestly, oh, I feel so much better that I keep going. Sometimes I push students so hard and sometimes like I have to let go of students because of the audition and everything, but at that time it was very hard for me that like students took it personal. But like when he was telling me that my piece made him wanna dance again, he was retired but he wanted to come back and do the piece, do the dancing again, and I was like so honored, and this is why I'm doing this, and I love like making people's life better or more fun and more meaningful for their lives. So I'm so happy to working on it. This studio, we were originally gonna do with the video shoot, but I think doing that live is very important because he's coming from the street too. So it's from the communication with audience, it's gonna make the real passion on the stage. So it's very exciting to see that. And it's very good that we are doing that both live and in video. And a final product, I'm really looking forward to it. And we're doing the TLC and Bruno Mars. You know, it's very like old school hip hop, but those two different generations. So respect their style that they are familiar with, very hip hop and break dancing and his freestyle on the floor. So I think for me, it's like I'm looking forward to like what this team is gonna bring. So thank you guys so much. And look forward to this too. You're gonna love it. And yeah, stay tuned for that. There's gonna be a video shoot and there's gonna be a live performance. And yeah, who knows what comes next. But by the way, this time I didn't do any Michael Jackson's songs. People might expect that because he has the experience with Michael, I might bring the Michael Jackson songs in the piece, but I didn't this time because I'm planning to do something later on. So this time I wanted to keep it more about them. We can still focus on them, not the Michael yet. So stay tuned, you guys. Bye.